Hello, class 2. I'm here with your English literature. So, last what we did the poem Bed in Summer. I hope you all have learned the poem well. So, now we are going to do a story, that is the Chatterbox. So, after the poem The Bed in Summer, this you have in your syllabus of second terminal, the Chatterbox. So all of you get ready with your English literature textbook and open page number 44. So I hope you all have opened your textbook. Yes. So now here we are having the chatterbox. So what is the meaning of chatterbox? Chatterbox means it refers to a person who speaks very much. Suppose a person who is very talkative, talks a lot. That person is called a chatterbox. So now Mrs. Paul was a chatterbox. She talked a lot all day and night about everything and everybody. So here it is talking about a lady, Mrs. Paul. She was a chatterbox. She talked a lot all day, all night with everybody. Whoever she meets, she used to talk a lot. So that is why she was known as a chatterbox. And if there was nobody to listen, she talked to the dog, to the rat, or even the poles. I mean, she was so mad and so loving at talking that if she got nobody, then what or to whom she used to talk? She used to talk with dogs, cats, rats, poles, trees, whatever she gets, she used to talk with them. One day, Farmer Harry came to her door. "Hey, Harry!" cried Mrs. Paul. "Nice seeing you. I was just—" So one day a farmer came to visit her, or just to her door. And then suddenly she started talking. "Hey, Harry, nice seeing you. I was just trying to say something." Just then, Mrs. Paul, the farmer, interrupted quickly. When Mrs. Paul was going on talking, Harry just interrupted that Mrs. Paul, "I was wondering if I could rent your field for my donkey." "Of course," said Mrs. Paul. Which reminds me, the farmer didn't stop to listen. He fetched his little donkey and put him in Mrs. Paul's field and hurried back to his farm. So for what the farmer came? The farmer said that the farmer wanted to keep his donkey in Mrs. Paul's field. So the farmer, when Mrs. Paul was trying to talk, the farmer stopped her and said, "I was wondering if I can keep my donkey in your field." Then Mrs. Paul said, "Yes, of course." Then again she started talking, but the farmer didn't wait to listen. What the farmer did, just put a donkey in the farm Mrs. Paul's field, and he went away. One day there one day when no one was around to talk, Mrs. Paul. So one day what happened? There was no one around to talk. So very hardly she used to meet with people, and whenever she used to meet, she used to talk a lot. So one day there was no one to talk. Mrs. Paul, then go to the next page, page number 45. Mrs. Paul picked up a huge bunch of juicy carrots and went down to the field to talk to the donkey. So the farmer's Harry's donkey was there in Mrs. Paul's field. Mrs. Paul was feeling very lonely. She did what? She took up some carrots and went to the field to talk with the donkey. 3 hours later, when the donkey had munched all the carrots, Mrs. Paul was still talking. The poor donkey now began to nod his head at the sound of Mrs. Paul's voice. She was going on and on and on. So what happened? 3 hours it took the donkey to finish all the carrots. So the donkey ate up all the carrots Mrs. Paul gave it to him. After that also, she was continuously talking. But now the donkey is also irritated by Mrs. Paul's voice, and the donkey was nodding the head here and there whenever he was listening to the voice, and Mrs. Paul was going on and on and on. So, class, still here, I'll tell you, we are going to practice the spellings, the hard spellings we get. We are going to practice that the way you used to did in class. So, the first hard spelling which we are getting here is the name of the chapter. Yes, Chatterbox. So, what is the spelling of the Chatterbox? Chatterbox. 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 Then it comes to everything. 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 Then it comes to everybody. 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 Then listen. 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 Poles. 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 Farmer. 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 Cried. Cried. Interrupted. Interrupted. Wondering. 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 Donkey. Donkey. Fetched. Fetched. Hurried. Hurried. Reminds. So these are the spelling we have done today. Chatterbox, everything, everybody, listen, polls, farmer, cried, interrupted, wondering, donkey, fetched, hurried, reminds. Okay, so I request all of you to go through these spellings and the chapter. It's very funny chapter about a lady who always used to talk a lot. Not even she lives the animals and the non-living things also. She used to talk with them also. So till I come with the next video of the rest of the chapter, go through the spellings which I have taught you today and go through the chapter also. Practice reading at home. Okay, children? Stay safe. Take care. Thank you.